All right, welcome back. Michael Kittinger with Fractal-CRM. In this video, I want to show you how to create a calendar and set up a simple workflow so that when somebody schedules a time, that it'll send them a thank you for scheduling a call and all of that good stuff. So, okay, to create a new calendar, come down here to Settings, and you'll go to Calendars. Now, what's cool is you can actually do groups. So if you have multiple salespeople, you can then have a round robin. You can do a couple different things with that. So, or you could name this, sales rep calendars and give each person a calendar, but then they're in their own group, etc. But right here, we're just going to create a new calendar. And so again, you can have round robin. You can have unassigned, and soon we'll have the collective, basically meaning it will look at the different calendars and see who's available. But for right now, we're just going to go with unassigned. And so I'm just going to name this test calendar. And we'll just do test calendar. CRM. And so widget type, you can do classic or Neo. We'll do Neo. So appointment title, I will usually do something like that. Meeting locations. So if you've set up Zoom or something like that, we're just going to leave that blank for right now. I don't have a calendar integrated, but once you go to integrations and you link your Google Calendar or Outlook calendar, you can come down here and you'll select that. And then I typically always do one way. If you do two way, then if you book a calendar on like Gmail on your phone, it will show up here. But I really just want events that are booked in the CRM to come into my Google Calendar. I don't want, if I book something on my Google Calendar, like a private appointment, something like that, to necessarily come in here. So that is what that is. Save and continue. Next thing you'll see is duration. So this is how long do you want the call to be? We'll do 15 minutes. How slot intervals, and then do you want a buffer between appointments? So we'll do 15 minutes. Appointments per slot, typically you'll want one, so you can just leave this blank. The difference with this would be, like, let's say you had round robin set up, something like that. Maybe you want 3 or 4. Or if you just had a single calendar and you had, multiple, I don't know, whatever, people on your team that could help them, then you could do 3 or 4. Number of appointments per day, I usually leave blank, but sometimes maybe you only want 3 or 4 appointments a day. Minimum scheduling notice. So for here, I usually do, again, it totally depends on your business, like an hour or 2 hours. Again, that just gives me time to get their information, to take a look at their website, prep a little bit. At the same time, if somebody's wanting to schedule a call, I know plenty of people who allow them to schedule even in, within 15 minutes of that or whatever. Date range, I usually like to keep this at 10 to 14 days, basically meaning that they can't go out, say, 3 weeks to book a call. And the reason why is the longer out they go, the less likely they are to actually show up on the call. So some people will keep this even down to like 3-4 days. Again, totally depends on what you want there. If you want to change the days or the hours, you can just come in here. And so, like, let's say I want 9 to 4. What's nice is you can then hit apply all, and it just bloop, does that. Do you want to allow recurring events? Which I do not. This would be more like if somebody, wants to put, gym, something like that, where you're doing recurring. So you can do a form or you can do none. If you do none, it's just going to ask them for their name, email, and phone number. You can also like if you're having an application, I still typically like to break out the application from the actual calendar, but you could have it so that when they click on a time, it then pulls up the list of questions and they can't actually book the call until they fill that out. So you could have this be where, almost like an application where you have 7, 8 questions that they have to fill out before they can book a call. If you do none, then it's just going to use, again, name, email, things like that. So sticky contact, what this does is it will basically fill in the fields. And so this is especially valuable. Let's say you do an opt-in, and then on the second page you have the calendar. Well, you may want to use that calendar, have it be a sticky contact. So it's going to pull in their first name, email address, phone number automatically and populate the calendar. Now, I will say, if you are like, let's say you have an appointment set or something like that, and you're booking calls, you're either in, Messenger or cold calling or what have you, but you're putting in booking the appointments, then do not use sticky contact. They're Again, it's fine from their computer if their information carries over, but if you use sticky contact and you're going through and you're putting in multiple appointments, sometimes it can just get a little, I don't know, complicated. So notification type, acknowledgement email, I almost always do contact. And then it'll obviously contact you if it's your calendar. And then if you want to add additional people. So basically, you can still set up a whole custom flow, but this one will just say, you booked a call, here's the date, the time, things like that. So it's just a very, almost like if you were using Calendly or something, another calendar, just that kind of auto, like, thank you for booking a call. So down here, let the calendar auto confirm my appointment. So if it is like an application, for instance, like let's say you're doing an application to booking a call, you may want to remove this. And what that'll do is when somebody books a call, it won't actually confirm the appointment. It'll send you an email and it'll ask you, do you want to confirm? Like, you can confirm it, you can discard it, disqualify it, etc. And so if you don't do that, like, it won't actually show up on the calendar as a confirmed appointment until you go in and confirm it. Again, this is better for like applications if you want to review their application first and then confirm the appointment. Or if they don't qualify, you could always just cancel the call. But I usually leave that check. Allow Google Calendar to send an invitation or update emails to attendees. I almost always leave that check. That way, for instance, if I in my Google Calendar were to either need to send a note or update anything like that, like, it'll do it straight from Google Calendar. So allow reschedules, allow cancellations. Again, I usually leave those checked, but some people don't allow reschedules. Some people don't allow cancellations. So you can kind of go through there. And then the notes, it'll show them the phone, the email, and then the reschedule and cancellation link. Again, if you have a Pixel ID, you can do that. If you want to use some custom code to customize the look of the calendar, you can do that. And then down here, you can just have it do a thank you message, or you can have it redirect to a URL. I usually just will do like leave this here, and then I'll update in the message or in the funnel to go to the next step, which typically is going to be like a thank you, a thank you page, a calendar booking thank you page. But you can just say thank you for scheduling a call. I look forward to speaking. Something like that. So now we're going to do complete. All right. So now we have a calendar. So what we can do is go into our funnel. And again, I'm just going to reuse this test funnel. And so to embed the calendar, well, actually, okay, I'll show you this and then I'll go back and show you one other thing that we can do. So if you want to embed it in like a web page or a funnel, you can come in here and you can always just click on search and go calendar and it'll show you. So we'll select test calendar. There we go. And then just like the forms and surveys down here on the left, we can select what do we want it to do. And I'm going to have it go to the next step. And I'll click save. Okay, so let me come back over here now. So then that'll take you to the next page here. Now, one other thing I should have mentioned is, let's say you don't want to build out um, a funnel and all that. You just want to send people directly to the calendar. What you can do, oh, let me just come over here, is over here, click the three dots and you can duplicate, you can get the embed code. This is like you saw in the funnel page how easy it is. So the embed code is if you wanted to embed it on a different website, or maybe you have your main website on WordPress or something like that. Then what you can do, you can deactivate the calendar. So without deleting it, you can just turn it off, which is nice. But here you can do copy scheduling link. And so if I come in here and paste it, so you can send people without a funnel or anything directly to the calendar as well. And so we did that just by over here, clicking the three dots and going copy scheduling link. And so that's how you do that. And then they can come in here. So this is the default first name, last name, phone number, email, additional information. Again, if we were to use a specific form, we could have more information, we could have less information, etc. And that's where the description of the calendar comes in. And we only did it for, I think we did 7 days, something like that. So that's why it's only showing for 1 week, and the details there. So yeah. So when you book, again, it'll just send them a regular message. If we want to build a whole call workflow, what we can do is come back here and we go to automations. And we can create workflow. Now, you can do a couple things. So in here, we can start from scratch. We can do a recipe appointment booking. So this is, you can kind of see here, or appointment confirmation plus reminder, appointment confirmation plus reminder plus a survey, and then review the request, a review request. So after the call, it'll send them, hey, do you mind giving us a review? And so you can see, like, we already have some that are pre-built. So if I just click on this one and then come up here to create new workflow. So this already has built in, if the appointment is just a normal, so it's not recurring or whatever, and the appointment status is confirmed. Now we may want to, again, if you want to do this and only for a specific calendar, you can say, okay, only for calendars, only for the test calendar. Or you could say only for, people who have a tag. So you can really get very, very specific. So you could have one calendar, like say a 45-minute call, and then based on the contact tag, if they're a client or a lead, they could have a different like workflow. But I'm going to keep this simple, so we're just going to do that. So here it has a pre-built confirmation email. So appointment confirmation. Hey, contact first name. Your appointment's been confirmed for appointment time to speak with the user first name. If this does not work, let me know. Again, it's set up to just be a Zoom meeting. So you would just update this link, and then it's got add to Google, add to Outlook, cancel, reschedule, and then thanks. Again, you can go in here and you can change everything. What you can do is, if you come in here under custom values, you can see appointment. And so you can do, there's the cancellation link, the reschedule link, the meeting location, and everything. So like, let's say up here, let's say you work in all sorts of time zones. Then what you could do, just to make sure everybody's on the same time, is has been confirmed for appointment start time. And then you could say appointment, where's time zone, appointment time zone. So now it's going to say, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for instance, to speak with. And you can either have this be the username, or you could also have it just type in a name. And so these add to Google links, all they did was take the custom value and just copy it and add it there. And so you don't need to do anything else. So again, this is the pre-built one. So it sends a confirmation email, then 24 hours before the appointment. So you can see here, one day before, it sends them this reminder email. Hey, your appointment's in 24 hours. If time doesn't work, let me know. Then 1 hour before, it sends them an email. So this is a very just, again, simplified, and you can always come in here and make changes. So maybe when they book the appointment, we want to send them a confirmation email, and we want to send them a text message. Thanks for scheduling a call at, and again, we'll put in the appointment, and we'll put appointment start date time, and we'll put in the appointment time zone. And again, we can then just put in here a user, we'll do user full name. So what did we use here? Oh, appointment user first name. Yeah, let's do that. That way it's not just the user, but it's whoever has the actual appointment. Assign user. There we go. So appointment user. So this way, even if the contact is assigned to a different user, it's whoever, like whatever calendar they book on. All right, so we can do save as. So typically, I'll do a text and email when they first schedule a call, and then I'll do kind of that same workflow. And then I like to do and so I'll usually just do a 15-minute text 15 minutes before. If you only want, and the same thing on the emails, if you want them to go out only at certain days or certain times. So let's say, you know, for appointments, you're probably not going to use this, but let's say you didn't want any text or email or this text to go out on a Wednesday, for instance. Well, you can do this and it just will skip Wednesday, but we're going to turn off advanced. So then we can come down here and the call is in 15 minutes. Here's the link. And what we can do is meeting location. So if you have, if you set it up with your Zoom link or Google Meet link, or if you use some other link, you can do that. So there's your meeting location. We'll do save. And so a couple things here as you're doing this, you'll want to make sure you do allow multiple. So what this does is allow somebody to book more than once. So if you don't turn this on, and this goes for any of the automations, any of the workflows, if you don't turn this on, then what will happen is if they book a call, then even say 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, if they try to book another call, this workflow won't actually run because they've already been through it once. So for your call workflows, for your opt-ins, for anything like that, again, I almost always do allow multiple. Oh, actually, I forgot we did make this this change. So workflows having appointments or invoice will always go multiple times. I forgot we did add that because people were missing their calls because it wasn't turned on. So again, even with opt-ins and stuff, I almost still always do that. And then I always do mark as read. And so what this does is these emails that go out, if you don't put marked as read when the emails go out, they're going to show over here under conversation as unread. I want them to go ahead and be read. If I'm sending them a call booking, a scheduled reminders, emails, or texts and things, I don't need that to show up as unread. I just want them to go ahead, mark it as read. If they respond, I'll see it as an unread message. But I just want, I don't want it showing up over there. I want that to purely be messages coming in. So I almost always do mark as read. And you can see here, automated messages don't mark conversations as read. So toggle it on if you want to mark the workflow to be as read. So I do those, and then you just got to make sure you turn it on and click save. And so now somebody is going, or now somebody can book a call, and this will, because we have it over. Wait, this was, I clicked on the wrong. Sorry, I came back here. I clicked on the wrong workflow. Here we go. Appointment plus confirmation. So mark is read. Now we have it. It is on, and somebody can come in here and do it. And you can come in here and see the history or the status and everything. You can also go if you have different versions of it. So let's go back to the workflow. So that's how you do it. So when you create the calendar, that is, I showed you under settings, and then you can have a standalone or you can embed it into a funnel. And then for the workflows, again, just to the way you kick off a workflow is you can have here where the appointment is, event type, normal, appointments confirmed. And so again, in the calendar, if you remember, we set it up to auto confirm. If you don't do auto confirm, then this workflow won't kick off until you actually confirm the appointment. And if you just want this for a specific calendar, then you can come in here and you can say in calendar. So that is how you do that. Yeah, and as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. We also have started offering. Again, we have all these tutorials and videos like this, but we do have some done for you services as well. If you want us to go in and either build websites or funnels or automations or anything like that, you can see here we actually have a whole list of some done for you stuff. These aren't all that we do. Again, we'll hop on a call and see kind of how extensive, like what exactly you want done, and we'll then quote you a price. But we have started, because of people have been asking us, we have started offering some done for you. And again, over here's if you like Fractal-CRM, click over here and you can become an affiliate, and you earn 40% recurring commissions for everyone that you send and that signs up with your affiliate link. So, but that is how you do calendars and the workflows for the calendars and everything. Again, if you just want the one confirmation email to go out when somebody books, you can come down here to calendars. And if we come here to edit and confirmation, so this will automatically send an email. And if you want anything more extensive, then you build out the workflow. And again, we have some workflows that are already kind of created. You can just go in there and update. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.